In LA this week,
I'm Anna Marcos. A Metro light rail all the way down Wilshire. That's exactly what's going to happen with the new Purple Line extension coming up.
LA City leaders unveil what they call the most aggressive energy-saving program for any utility in California. I'm Gil Reyes at one mixed-use complex that promises to employ many of those strategies.
a makeover befitting this larger-than-life mural will tell you what's in store for the Pope of Broadway. Hello and welcome to LA This Week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ellen Chang. City leaders are determined to put LA on the fast track when it comes to easing traffic congestion. And now a new part of the plan is about to go online, the Metro Light Rail Purple Line extension. Anna Marcos takes us to the groundbreaking.
Soon, a smoother ride for commuters traveling on Wilshire. From downtown all the way through Beverly Hills, UCLA, even the Veterans Hospital west of the 405. Metro Light Rail's Purple Line, long stalled at Wilshire and Western, is about to see a long-awaited expansion.
It's going to help people get to where they need to go, cut traffic, and boost our economy.
We're bringing more public transportation to one of the places where LA's car culture was born, Wilshire Boulevard, the Miracle Mile.
The project will be entirely underground and will put 25,000 people to work. City leaders say every place that's seen Metro Light Rail come in, including Hollywood and the Valley's NoHo district, has seen neighborhoods revitalized.
Let's go, let's build the project, let's get Los Angeles to where we all know we can be, a place where everybody can move again.
Of course, commuters will have to wait. The first phase of this Purple Line extension from Western to La Cienega won't be done until 2023. The second phase to Avenue of the Stars will be done in 2026. And the last phase to Veterans Hospital, just west of the 405, will be done in 2035.
We're right now investing $36 billion, with a B, dollars in our transportation infrastructure to make this city work. Whether it's pushing the Expo line to the west side, connecting our lines through downtown, building the new Crenshaw line, and finally connecting rail to our airport.
People said it's not going to happen. No one in LA will take transit, and we've been proving them wrong.
The project is part of LA's comprehensive plan to ease its ever-growing traffic crunch. Construction should begin sometime next year. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
The first phase of the project, about $3 billion, are being funded by LA's Measure R and also by Congress. Congress has also pledged another $5 billion for phases 2 and 3. The LADWP continues to tighten the screws on its energy-saving campaign. Last month, it announced plans to cut water use, also to reduce the amount of imported water. Now it has a new goal, new targets for energy efficiency. Gil Reyes reports.
They're some of the latest and greatest energy-saving tools: LED lighting, rubber and vinyl foam weather seal. And then there's this, the Belkin Wemo switch. It turns lights and appliances on and off from anywhere using your cell phone.
Did you leave the house and forgot that you might have left something on? You can pick up your smartphone and dial it to make sure that it is turned off.
LA Mayor Eric Garcetti says upgrades like these at your home or business will help the LADWP achieve its newest goal, to become 15% more energy efficient by the year 2020. LA's mayor making the announcement here at The Block, a soon-to-be-opened mixed-use complex in the heart of downtown that promises to adopt many of the energy-saving strategies introduced today. The LADWP is offering cash incentives to businesses and homeowners who help. City leaders say the 15% energy reduction goal is equivalent to taking 440,000 cars off the road annually.
If you're focused on plugging in better lights, turning off appliances, more efficiently wiring what you have, reducing your water, we can actually bring your bill down even as rates go up.
Climate destabilization will continue to worsen unless we make drastic cuts to greenhouse gases by 2020.
The mayor adds another benefit: more jobs. He cites a new UCLA study predicting energy efficiency installations will create 16 jobs for every $1 million invested. at the Block in downtown, which is set to open next year. Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
To take advantage of energy efficiency rebates for your home or business, go to LADWP.com and click the rebates icon. This year, in honor of Veterans Day, the USS Iowa pays tribute to soldiers past and present, and City Hall starts a new tradition honoring veterans citywide. Rasha Goel has more.
Julian Rice, a World War II veteran, is among other veterans being honored by the city for their bravery and service to the country. Rice's wife of 67 years proudly stands by his side. Though many years have passed, he still has vivid memories of his years in service.
It was our job to fly the 82nd Airborne paratroopers in and drop them just outside the town of St. Mary Glees, which was their mission. And it was the first town that was recaptured by the Allies in World War II.
Rice was handpicked by Councilman Tom LaBonge's office to be honored this year at City Hall. While the city has celebrated veterans many times over, it's the first time it's recognizing veterans from each of the city's 15 council districts. Lee Adrian proudly represents for Council District 2, which organized this inaugural event.
It's very special. It turned out to be much more than what I was expecting when I first learned about it.
There's so many veterans who have served our country and who are serving our communities who need to be recognized by the city of Los Angeles.
It's a great honor.
Down in San Pedro at the battleship USS Iowa, veterans were also appreciated for their service. But there was acknowledgement of the work that still needs to be done.
It's a sin to know that we have veterans who are homeless in our city. And today we recognize that, and we also recognize the importance of paying tribute to those who served our freedoms.
We've all lost a number of our good friends, and this is just something that's a way we celebrate and remember all those in the past.
Veterans Day was originally called Armistice Day and established in 1919 to honor veterans of World War I. In 1954, President Dwight Eisenhower established Veterans Day as a day to honor all veterans. Reporting in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
According to the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, veteran homelessness in LA dropped 23% from 2011 to 2013, the last time an official count was done. Thank yous were also in order for the men and women of the Los Angeles Airport Police. As Yana Kay reports, those on the front lines at LAX received the recognition they so deserve at a special ceremony.
Los Angeles Airport Police Officer Robert Pedregon is receiving a Medal of Valor award for facing great danger and showing extreme courage during a shooting at Los Angeles Airport on November 1st, 2013.
I know for myself, I wasn't even thinking at all. There was nothing except go, 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 go.
Though he and his 6-member team are being recognized for their brave actions at the Los Angeles Airport Police Awards, Pedregon is first to share the credit.
You accept it and you're honored to get it, but you also are cognizant of the fact that there was 100 officers on duty that day that did the same thing as you. They were just in a different position that you were.
The award ceremony, which took place at the Sheraton Gateway Hotel, honored the first responders who relied on their skills and training to stop the shooter.
Those were brave acts that sometimes get lost in the shuffle of an incident, and we want to make sure we don't ever forget.
Everybody acted like one team, one family, and prevented the loss of many more lives.
The 6 Medal of Valor recipients included 56 other sworn officers and civilian employees who were recognized for putting others' safety ahead of their own.
It feels great having an award given to me for the contributions we've made as airport police officers to the city and to the airport.
Several other awards were handed out, including one humanitarian award.
It's a team effort, and I feel very honored to accept this award on all of our behalf.
Again, that was Yana Kay reporting. A total of 56 awards were handed out to both sworn officers and civilian airport employees. And those who serve on the front lines battling our city's fires have finally come to an agreement with the city on a 2-year contract. As Rich Samuels reports, the deal helps to even the paying field between city firefighters and police.
Thank you. The president of the city's firefighters union calls their latest labor deal, quote, honorable, doing justice to over 3,000 city firefighters, paramedics, and pilots who risk their lives on the front lines.
It honors our work, focuses on our health and wellness issues, and it better protects LAFD widows and children left behind if we have a fallen brother or sister.
The new deal gives a 2% pay increase to LA City fire personnel starting in July. The raise is expected to cost the city $13.5 million. It would also provide fire personnel equal pay with many of their LAPD counterparts, a key sticking point during talks.
And it finally became very important to our membership that we're looked at as equal in public safety and not second fiddle.
The firefighter raise could increase more than the expected 2%. That's because the police union is still negotiating its contract with the city. If the police union arranges a new pay hike for officers, then firefighters must also receive the same wage boost. That's part of the deal. LA City firefighters say they typically receive fewer pay raises and benefits compared to police, the DWP, and workers in other unions.
Overall, it was a very fiscally responsible agreement, and one that we have a tremendous amount of respect for the firefighters.
Contracts with most of the city's unions expired last summer and are open to negotiation. I'm Rich Samuels for LA This Week.
Firefighter union officials say over 97% of members approved the new city contract, a record for their organization. And this next story is all about how city government, social media, and great ideas come together to do good. Anna Marcos explains.
It's the city workers on the front lines who know what gets the city moving, and they will now be the idea people who drive city innovation forward. That's the mayor's thinking for the new Innovation Fund, which sets aside $1 million to turn employee ideas into action and make the city work better.
For too long, our city employees haven't had the reward mechanisms for innovation. They've been told to keep their heads down, to just do things the way they've been done. And we've inherited systems that are in some cases a decade, 2 decades, 5 decades, even almost 100 years old.
City workers can fast-track their innovative notions on the city's newly minted website, www.innovate.lacity.org. City leaders will look at the ideas and front the money to put the best ones into practice.
I want to make sure that government acts faster, better, and cheaper than ever before.
So what's in it for employees whose ideas become city policy?
A better city.
For me, this whole process will be nothing but a positive process and a culture-changing process for this city.
Yes, even if you've got an Einstein-caliber brainstorm, the money for your idea won't go in your pocket, but back into city coffers in the form of money-saving practices. And a better working city is just as good as money for all of us. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
And one idea already being put into practice, the Bureau of Sanitation will soon phase out printed maps, saving them time and paperwork. The agency credits a new mobile app that's receiving special recognition from the mayor. Here's Gil Reyes.
My day goes by a lot easier now.
Bureau of Sanitation driver Gabriel Flores and his crew spend the day picking up e-waste and other bulky items left curbside, a job that's done much faster now thanks to a new mobile app.
I get the date, the address, a resolution, and if there's a picture added to it from the resident, we see that also.
Work orders, maps, they're all on his smartphone. And with no maps to print, the Bureau of Sanitation also cuts back on paper use. The agency's SanStar team has tested the app in South LA over the past 3 months with great success. For that, it receives a special award from LA Mayor Eric Garcetti.
As the first recipient of your Civic Innovation Award, we're particularly honored for being the first one.
The mayor is pushing for technological and service enhancements at all city departments. He set aside over $1 million for his mayor's innovation fund. To tap it, city workers are encouraged to notice problems in the workplace and suggest solutions, just as Bureau of Sanitation workers did.
If frontline workers have an idea that costs them money that's going to make services better or cheaper, then we want to back that up.
We know that those ideas and solutions are found out in the field, frontline workers who have the wisdom and experience to know what they need.
The Bureau of Sanitation plans to phase out printed maps and launch the app Citywide by next summer. I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
The app, developed by software company Esri, is usable on Android and iPhones. Preventing illegal dumping, that's something the city is also spending a lot of time and resources on trying to eradicate. Yannick reports on a new task force that'll be watching for violators.
This illegally dumped couch on the side of the road doesn't sit well with Los Angeles City Attorney Mike Fuhrer.
Illegal dumping threatens public health and safety. It erodes quality of life in our neighborhoods.
So to help him stop illegal dumping on our streets, Fuhrer has launched a special task force designed to identify and prosecute those who dump trash illegally. The task force is made up of various state, local, and county agencies that have partnered for the effort. Officials say that despite their attempts to deter the problem, many people still continue to do it.
They keep doing it because they really haven't found any repercussions. The types of things that are necessary are these types of efforts that are really going to be multi-jurisdictional to get at those people who continue to do this.
The trash can include anything from lumber, electronics, and even toxic waste that can pollute surface and groundwater. Officials say once the area gets cleaned up, community members and others begin to respect the neighborhood.
The neighborhood pride is restored, and you stop the problem because folks will stop and think twice before they will throw something out.
Fuhrer said that the task force will be analyzing, conducting inspections, and identifying violators in 9 locations in Los Angeles. Once these areas have been cleaned up and the illegal dumpers prosecuted, Fuhrer says the next challenge is to make sure the area stays clean on a long-term basis. I'm Yana Kay for LA This Week.
The city spends around $5 million annually to clean up illegal dump sites. Recycling is a big part of the city's overall cleanup effort, and the city's celebrating the opening of a multi-million-dollar recycling plant in Sun Valley that's not only good for the environment, but good for jobs. Anna Marcos reports.
Council members are welcoming Sun Valley's newest business by touring its $50 million facility. Soon, these empty chutes and machines at the Athens Services Recycling Center will be spinning out 1,500 tons of recyclables a day. This in an area known more for its industrial waste than for cleaning up the environment.
There's a lot of us who grew up around these challenges. Some of our parents went to work in some of these industries. But nevertheless, we grew up and we did pretty well. And now we're raising our families here. So, as a city council member, I take this very seriously in terms of the type of industry that I want to see.
The economic downturn has been tough on the area. Several companies, including Nestle's USA, St. Jude's Medical, and Sunkist Growers, have announced they're closing shop, taking hundreds of jobs with them. Athens Services will hire more than 100 local workers.
I just think that it's a tremendous example of how this city can welcome business, welcome investment, and make sure that that investment is for the benefit of all of our people.
Athens Services will work hand in hand with the City of LA to reach its goal of zero waste. By the year 2025, city leaders hope to divert 400 trash trucks a day away from landfills and 2 recycling centers.
By the recovery of these materials, it's really saving resources. So you don't have to cut down trees. You've got paper being recycled here. You don't have to mine bauxite to make aluminum. You're recycling aluminum here. Metal, you're not having to mine ore, iron ore.
It's a business that will go a long way towards the greening of the community. Not just in dollars, but in trees saved. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
Athens Services is a 4th-generation family business that started out with just 1 waste truck in 1957. It now handles a fleet of 300 waste and recycling trucks. And for a mashup of some of our city's tweets this week, here's our weekly segment, This Week in Tweets. At FlyLAX Airport, the official Twitter account for LAX, tweeted, "Extreme makeover underway at Terminals 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and Tom Bradley International Terminal to enhance your experience, so please pardon our dust." And a Koji BBQ coming to Terminal 4, #LAX is happening. At LA Mayor's office tweeted some great news about Los Angeles. 2014 MEI, which stands for Municipal Equality Index, measures how inclusive a city is for LGBT residents and visitors. Turns out LA scored a perfect 100. If you want more info on the report, go to hashtag 2014 MEI. Meanwhile, at LA City Pets, the Twitter account for LA Animal Services, tweeted, "Way to go, LA," with a link to this photo that shows that over 409 animals were adopted at the recent Fall 2014 No Kill LA adoption weekend. A new flashing signal installed at a dangerous intersection near a school. The LA Zoo welcomes its newest addition, a newborn baby hippo, and local veterans being honored with a planned monument. These stories in CityBeat. Just in time for Veterans Day, the city broke ground on what will be the new El Sereno Veterans Monument. The monument is being constructed on a large section of median along Huntington Drive North at Van Horn Avenue in the heart of El Sereno, a community with a long and proud history of military service. The Office of Council District 14 worked with local veterans on the design of the monument, which features a circular design that centers on an American flag that will be lit at night. The city's traffic officials, as well as Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, recently unveiled a new flashing signal near LeConte Middle School at 1316 North Bronson Avenue. The light and enhanced signage are meant to improve pedestrian safety by alerting motorists to pedestrian zones. A Safe Passages volunteer pilot program has also been implemented to ensure kids are crossing the street with added supervision. The new initiatives follow a fatal accident near the intersection of Fountain and Bronson earlier this year. There's now 3 in this hippopotamus family. The LA Zoo's new hippo calf is the offspring of Papa Hippo, Adama, and Mama Hippo, Mara. The birth comes as a big surprise because Mara was on birth control. In fact, LA Zoo officials say births are rare for hippos in captivity. The healthy baby calf was born on Halloween, the LA Zoo's first hippo arrival in at least 26 years. Zoo officials say mom and baby bonded immediately, with Mama Hippo nursing baby hippo 5 hours after birth. Train engines took center stage at this annual event at Griffith Park's Travel Town. Visitors to Depot Day hopped on board as they went for a ride down Train History Lane. Anna Marcos takes us there.
It's not just the little train that's taking off. Depot Day at the Travel Town Museum has also kicked into high gear. The annual open house event gives visitors an up-close and personal look at railroad history in California.
I'm teaching about trains, railroading history, and its effect on the city of Los Angeles.
This is a world of big trains, little trains, and even tiny toy trains. This year, the theme is the 1930s and the Pullman Company. Visitors take tours of trains designed by the Pullman Company way back. Hey, this one looks like the Wells Fargo wagon. You'll find whimsical choo-choo engine names like the 1937 Little Nugget or the 1929 Doodlebug, all of which worked the railroads in the 30s. And while train engines are the star of the show, the red kind of engine is also getting the kids' attention. It seems any day is a good day to try your hand at a firefighter axe.
We're going to have a fun day, aren't we, Dash?
With a fire engine.
And a police car, too? And music? Yeah. Wow, it's going to be a great day.
What do you like to do, Carter? You like to ride in big trains? Yeah?
Sure.
Trains?
Even the music has that 1930s boogie down feel. And of course, what's a railroad without a blacksmith or two? Best of all, the event is free. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
The Travel Town Museum Foundation put on the event. It also runs the museum's volunteer program, restoration projects, and public education efforts. In this week's list of things to do, holiday on ice right in the heart of downtown LA, getting your holiday shopping done at a local museum, and an exhibit about those who fled Nazi persecution who then went on to Hollywood. It's the hottest place to chill out this holiday season. The 17th annual Holiday Ice Rink at Pershing Square is here. The popular outdoor ice rink is open every day now through January 19, 2015. The Pershing Square Downtown on Ice is presented by Willie B. Tack Productions and the City of Los Angeles Department of Recreation and Parks. Pershing Square is located at 532 South Olive Street downtown. You can find all the details on hours, cost to rent skates, and more by going to holidayicerinkdowntownla.com. And just in time for holiday shopping, the Autry National Center presents a show and sale of handmade pottery, rugs, and clothing as part of its Latin American Bazaar on Saturday and Sunday, November 22nd and 23rd from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Master carver Jacob Angeles Ojeda will showcase his intricate carving and painting techniques. Ojeda's work will be available for purchase along with the diverse selection of Oaxacan pieces from other artists. The Autry is located at 4700 Western Heritage Way. Go to theautry.org. Admission is free. Paying homage to the actors, directors, writers, and composers who fled Nazi persecution in Europe, Light and Noir, Exiles and Emigres in Hollywood, 1933 to 1950, celebrates their impact on American cinema and culture. You can catch the exhibit at the Skirball Cultural Center located at 2701 North Sepulveda Boulevard. Through a never-before-assembled selection of film footage, props, costumes, photographs, and memorabilia, explore how film directors from German-speaking countries made their way to California and shaped the look of Hollywood's golden age. Go to skirball.org for dates and times. And that's a look at some upcoming things to do. His life story and career inspired a generation of young Latinos, and now Anthony Quinn's legacy is getting a second act on Broadway. Yana Kay reports.
Just like his legendary film career, this larger-than-life downtown mural of Academy Award winner Anthony Quinn will soon be ready for its close-up as it undergoes a much-needed restoration.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's hopefully the beginning of more restorations to come for other murals, important murals in the city of LA.
Eli Torres, the artist who painted this 70-foot depiction of Quinn almost 30 years ago, joined Councilmember Jose Huizar, the Mural Conservancy of Los Angeles, and others to announce the planned $150,000 restoration.
This mural represents a lot. It represents preservation, mural restoration, and it also means, as we're looking to preserve Broadway, to preserve an era of the 1970s and 80s when Anthony Quinn meant so much to Latinos here in Los Angeles.
The mural, which is known as the Pope of Broadway, depicts Quinn as Zorba the Greek, one of his most iconic roles, and his outstretched arms represent a warm gesture to the homeless in the area.
I hope that through your medium and through the people that are here today that we'll be able to move forward and really hold on to this cherished art that is all around us to make our world a little bit better and brighter.
Over the last 3 decades, the mural has become chipped, faded, and has slowly been deteriorating. Quinn's son Francesco tried to get it restored but passed away in 2011. But his dreams will soon become reality as the Pope of Broadway will soon unveil the curtain on the next act. I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
The Mural Conservancy of Los Angeles will lead the long-awaited restoration work. That's going to do it for this edition. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ellen Chang. A reminder that you could catch us online at LACityBeat.org. You can also follow and like us on Facebook. We'll see you back here next week for more of LA This Week.